Welcome YouTube, and we're going to start up Twitch as well, and that should be welcome to Twitch as well. Yay! We're going to be doing a bit more Gran Turismo today. I'm going to try and level up a bit more, because I want to drive on Nürburgring with my PSVR. I really want to drive the Nürburgring with, in the PSVR. So, the full-on VR with Nürburgring. So we're going to have to go through a lot more of the 2D content, which is not a bad thing, because it's enjoyable. It's a good game. It's fun. I'm getting that GT vibe. Let me just get myself into position here, behind steering wheel. Sliding that way, and readjustments. And we'll swing you around this way. Yeah, the movement. Nobody got motion sick, did they? No. Nobody got motion sick? Hopefully everything's okay. Top of my head being cut off. We've got the, motion sickness, don't worry. Don't panic. Good. Glad with that, actually. Right, headphones. It's good to do the things with things and things. As always, my trusty bot should be on there so that I can hear some comments. I should be able to read some of them, but the other screen is like far away down that way, like behind where you are. So it's like, I'm here, other screen is here, and the other screen is way back there. So sometimes I have to go like, oh. You get the idea. Okay. Let's move on. So, progression in GT Sport. Let's see. We've got a few different things here. So you can see there is something flashing down the bottom right here. Number of photos. Yes, you get rewarded levels and stuff for taking photos in a driving game. And in fact, you can actually get given levels or rewards for people liking your photos in the driving game, which to me is just insane. I know they've spent a huge amount of time and resource with this game on making the cars like absolutely pristine detail and stunning, and the lighting, and I don't have a HDR TV because I use gaming monitor, a gaming monitor and such, and the PC side in terms of monitors hasn't caught up to normal TVs when it comes to HDR yet, so bit of a problem. But yeah, I'm just saying, you get rewards for taking photos. So I've been taking some photos. Not very good photos, but 10 photos to level 1, claim bonus, mileage points, experience, and it goes towards my level. So I'm at level 12, I need to get to level 20. So we're going to see how that one goes. Right, so that's the sort of things we need to do. Basically, it's playtime, distance driven, the amount of time we've driven, fuel consumption, haven't done any drifting, and then we've got the type of car purchases you do, prize money, mileage points, and how much mileage points you've used. So not only how much you've gained, but how much you've bought with your mileage points. And as we said, car purchase and the value of the car purchases. And then we come into the ones which are only, like, really in the GT Sport mode. So, accident-free races. 0 accidents. It's that clean racing thing. So if you don't race clean, that's not going to happen. Then, of course, things like pole positions, fastest laps, and they can only be done in the sports mode. Same with this. Races finished, only be done in the sports mode. And then victories. Yeah, so those ones are going to be tougher. those ones are going to be tougher. And again, that's only earned in the sports modes. So there's amount to that online play. Of course, we also have the arcade stuff, where our VR mode lives. Which again, I'm going to iterate. The VR mode is only 1 versus 1 for a set amount of laps, which is a shame for me. I think there should be a time trial in the VR mode. It would be great to see an online 1 versus 1 in the VR mode. But there you go. There you go. We need those things. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Campaign. As you can see, I've done a bit more of the driving school, and then we've got missions. So
Neo_Chrissa says, "Hi Salsa."
Hey buddy, how you doing? So, as you can see, I'm actually 50% through the driving school. When you saw the driving school before, I haven't gone back and done my silvers, but...
Chrissa says, "Bye Salsa."
Hi Salsa and Salsa. That was a quick visit. That was a really quick visit. Okay. Do the things that you do. Good, man. Good to see you. Thanks for popping by. Okay, so we have the beginning bit.
Says, "Off to cinema."
Oh, cool. Hopefully you're seeing something nice. Enjoy your film. And possibly popcorn. Or sweets. Or ice cream. Maybe a hot dog?
Neo_Chrissa says, "Geostorm."
Geostorm. Okay. Right. As we're going through, I still haven't gone back and done the silvers here. But as you can see, I was busy kind of last night after playing Valkyrie and went through all of these. All gold, of course, because I was on stream and stuff. But that did open up. Oh, it also gave me another new Chevrolet. But it has also opened up the intermediate sections. So we've got the beginner's driving school and the intermediate. So with the amount that's there, I'm thinking that's the lot. Or there might be another level below there, which is the advanced, perhaps. Because there's... No, there's 3, so that's 50. Fine. So it will just be these, and then that'll be 100% done. But before we go on to there, I'm going to go into some mission challenges, because I think it can open something up quicker. Of course, everything you do kind of like adds to stuff. While I grab a bit of drink. Oh, and if you haven't seen this, this is my Valkyrie mug. There is a player called Rot who did a little project for some playing cards. And the playing cards, all the face cards, have the likenesses of a lot of the pilots that are kind of well known in the community, either as being really good pilots, your aces, or they were members of the development team, were the kings. And then you had different personalities that are like streamers, content creators, who were the queens, and some others that were jacks and stuff. And I was one of those that got picked on that. So you can see here, and this mug was given to me by Aneska Bunny. So if you're on Twitch, look her up, because when it comes to the Valkyrie stuff, she really is kind of a pillar of the Valkyrie community. And well, she's brilliant. She's really cool. So if you need to know anything about Valkyrie as well, and you see her streaming, you know, give her a like, give her a follow or whatever on the Twitter side. Subscribe if you feel like it. Her subscriptions do actually go to charity. But there was this card, which is like my avatar, and then on the other side has got some of my artwork from doing formation flying with a lot of E-Valkyrie pilots, and that's the E-Valkyrie logo there. So that was really cool of her to get this put onto this mug and sent out to me, so thank you very much for that. Right, moving on. Challenges. Let's start. Blah blah blah, using wrong type of car type. So I get to pick the car type in here. I'm going to go with the 86 GT, which is really weird when I see 86 GT, because whenever my friend owns one of these cars, and we always call it the GT86, not the 86 GT, but hey, there you go. So we're going to have that, because I'm somewhat familiar, and we'll see what we're going to do. This looks like it's going to be a complete lap, which this is quite something I find quite funny with the videos. Is obviously it's GT, it's huge amount of space is taken up with this game, but it still uses YouTube to grab the videos.
Challenge an N200 class race in your favourite car. On the hilly Alsace village track, it will be important to maintain a high bottom speed through the corners.
That sounds funny, doesn't it? A high bottom speed basically means keep your revs up, keep the gears in nice so that you can just keep that mid-range and keep on going. So, but that's kind of thing. We know what we're doing there. We've just got to make it. I'm going to be in full manual, and I don't have like a load of assists on, and I'm going off the track already. My friend will be ashamed. He'll never let me drive his car if I do stuff like that. I wouldn't do that in a real-life car. No. Feel wanting to slip a little. I didn't do too well on that. I'm not familiar with this track too much, I'm afraid. I was messing around with the multifunction display. I want the radar. I wish it default to the radar. So that's messed up. I think we'll start that again from the very start, where I've now got a radar so I can see when a car is close to me, because one of the things I am finding a bit of a problem is that sometimes you can't see the mirrors and who's close to you or not. We want to keep the emphasis on learning to drive clean, so we don't want to bump anyone. Because in the real racing, when you get to the online mode, you get awards and things based on driving clean as well. So we want to make sure and stay a clean racer. There's a little bit over there. The steering does pull on you now and again, which is good. So it doesn't put as much into the sensation of some of the other textures that I would expect to feel in some of the force feedback, like tiny little bits of extra pull or more ragged pull when you've got the ABS coming in. Oh! He spins. Let's just get around this course and we'll figure out, because I don't know the whole course, so let's just do the whole thing of getting around the course. That'd be a good start. And then we can figure out learning the course a bit more. My course knowledge obviously needs work. There's there is another set of things we can do that's all about the courses and just driving through the courses and learning what's good for what corners on what course, so we can expand the course knowledge and get more prepared for the racing. Because what would GT Sport be without racing? So we can have a rather hard turn here. Back on the gas, not too early, because otherwise that back end wants to slip out. I know that my friend does note that if he's come out of having his car washed, that the back end does tend to want to go out. So that's a little bit accurate there. Of course, he doesn't usually put the sort of pressure that I'm putting on here. Bam. Wow. You can tell this is a first drive today. First drive, and I'm doing terrible already. Yay me. In 9th. How many rounds is this? 2 laps. Okay, lap 2. So let's work out where's good. I was very cautious. That felt so cautious and slow. The lower end of the cars that are available in here is ridiculous. I think in real life this car does actually not feel as squishy as this. It does feel a good bit more tighter. If I can get a bronze even with the mistakes that I've made, then that's good enough for now. But of course I will have to come back into this and correct. Ah! Everything's happening today. These glasses have a snap-on section. Wow! What a start to a stream. What a start to a stream. Don't panic. Just... yeah, right. That was a lot cleaner. I'm happy enough with that one. Not happy with that. Very wide. No, 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 no. And of course, there goes the phone. The start of this stream is just... Yes. Okay, we will restart that, because that's just... Oh, I've got to watch out for that. So, the first ones were okay, was getting through, but it does want the back end on this car to come out quite a bit. And I've not got into the whole modifying aspect of modifying all the cars yet, and the setups, you know, so there is, of course, with GT, that ever-present thing of modifying cars, but we haven't got to that yet. That was a little bit over-enthusiastic. Needed to be earlier on the brakes, but it wasn't too bad out of shape. Considering the cars we've got elsewhere on the track there, that's okay. So this one is through there, that's okay, nice. And this next one I need to actually be slowed right down, otherwise I'm going to spin out. And again, we need to be on the brakes here and head in nice across the apex. We're coming round to the right and then we're over to the left. And again, we need to be a little dab on the brakes, have it nice and easy in here through here. And gain a bit more. Get past them on this next corner. Yeah, I think so. On the outside. And then we need to brake here. And then we're heading right in and get those revs up. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm getting pushed from behind by the AI. That was nasty. The AI was bumping me off. That's really bad when you got something like a little Renault like that bumping off GT86. I really must be terrible. And now that was just ridiculous. I'm not enjoying this. This car is not me. It's not. I tell you, it's showing up the worst side of me as driving ever. I know this car feels a lot faster than this in real life, believe me. Okay. Wow, the lighting is so unbelievable in this one. So we're across and we're going to be down into second in a moment. Otherwise we'll end up off the track. Back end wants to skid out. Opposite lock through there. I think that should count as a drift. That should really have counted as a drift, because the back end was sliding there, I tell you. As via the driving school bit, I'm trying to keep my braking in a straight line, so that before you get to something, you've already done the braking, because otherwise the back end really does want to come out. So anytime that you're braking on a corner is bad. That was a drift, and I just shifted up gear. Wow. Okay, there's my best. Come on, come on. I can make this. Third. So that back end really does want to come out there. I actually think I need to go all the way down into first gear on some of that. So Yay! I got third. Silver will do. Silver will do. I'll live with silver until I can get to go. Oh no! I didn't want to do retry. I didn't want to do retry. I swear. We're good with that. We're good with silver. Hi and welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll try and answer them. What I'm trying to do at the moment is to go through the challenges so that we get through here. I'm not going to be bothered about getting the golds like I was there, but I kind of don't want to end up with bronzes. But I'll live with it just to go through and try and get my level to. So we're going to be driving on a bit of Nürburgring, and I'm actually wanting to get to drive Nürburgring in the VR. So I need to get to level 20 to open that track up. So all of this is in aid of doing that. And hopefully we'll get through to that, but let's have a quick look at the video.
A narrow and undulating track awaits at the north loop of the Nürburgring. Even a slight distraction can throw you
I remember
off the
this
track.
bit.
Be patient in finding your opportunity to overtake.
Yeah. It's a killer track, the Nürburgring. It's just awesomeness. So, I really want to do that in VR, so this will be a start to it. Yay, let's go. What car? We're in a Porsche 911 GT3, so this can be quite an active car. Come on. Out of the way, Subaru. Oh, I'm on the grass. I'm doing bad. I'm doing very bad. And I got hit from behind. That was terrible driving on my part. This is the bit, actually, a lot of people would say, well, he hit me from behind. Well, I was on the grass first, so... Whoa! Okay. Driving this thing in real life is going to be unbelievable. I so want to do that. Well, driving it in VR is also going to be just ridiculous. So... this should be the opportunity. Past him. Oh. Sportsmanship, sportsmanship, sportsmanship. Got to make sure that you don't collide with anybody. But you can feel it already. I haven't played a game with Nuremberg in it for so long. Since the PlayStation 2 and never with... I've never played with a steering wheel with force feedback as well, so I can remember back in the day of playing on my PlayStation 2 with a DS controller, and... it's nothing like doing it with the steering wheel. Nothing like doing it with the steering wheel. The steering wheel just adds a lot more to this as an experience. Oh, no, onto the grass again. I just messed that up terribly. Concentration. Whew. Right. Make myself a better driver. 101. Don't be on grass. Don't crash into things. Don't crash into cars. Don't crash into anything. Get around corners. In nice controlled manner. There should be my opening. Got past him clean, that's good. I really do wish the multifunction display would stay as radar straight away. Which way is he going? I needed to get past him earlier, but I'll do with the silver. I'll take the silver. So we learnt lessons there. We was progressing. We got better. This is the whole thing I do like about GT Sport. That you've got all your classes, your lessons, your driving school, and you progress through and you get better and better and better and better. Then you have the challenges, and you have to get better and better and better and better as you go on. And then you'll sort of like maybe do like I'm doing here, where whatever I get, I'm going to progress on to the next thing. But later on, you know, you're going to go back and you're going to go, I want to get these all gold. And each time you do it, you're going to progress and you're going to get yourself that little bit better. Right. You guys have any questions as well? I'm using, by the way, a Logitech G29 steering wheel. I've actually got the force feedback set to the highest level here. It may be a little bit too strong, actually. I think I want to turn it down, maybe two knots there. So, as you can see, I have like all of the different things off. I really should leave like stability management on. I do tend to have it off, but real world cars do actually have ASM, but I still have it all turned off anyway, just because I kind of like not having the active stability management on, but I should do that. But anything else like auto drives and lane assist and braking indicators and counter steer assistance, I'm sort of like no. We'll just have everything in so that it's me that's driving it, apart from things like ABS and the stability management. But as you can see, I've got force feedback is like max, so we're going to drop that down. We'll drop it down 1. Okay. Which, by the way, to get into... There we go. This is really an odd thing as well. These settings, you can't get these settings from the main option menu. It has to be, like, here. Which doesn't make sense to me. But, there you go. That's GT for you. Right. We get to the end of this, and we should hopefully have a car, and then maybe we'll step back into some of the other stuff again. So, a 1-lap attack while dodging other cars. And I'm not allowed to have any contact with any other cars. So, and we're going to be in this Mercedes SLS AMG. Which is a GR4 car. Yeah. Okay. Brands Hatch. I want that radar. I'm unfamiliar with the car, so gonna try and take it a little easy at least. Coming down to the main straight. And it's like braking. We're going to have another tight turn here. There should be, yeah, there's a barrier there. Okay, and we've caught up with the traffic. Wow, we've got another car behind us. He's in the same sort of car, but he's faster. So very, very busy track. So that clean racing part is going to be hard. And we're off the track. Paul, get out of his way. Past the skyline, down into third. So we've got all sorts of different cars in here. You've got a real breadth of different cars on this one. Some just aren't up to the same. So I didn't get fast enough on that. Coming off hurt me there. Let's retry that. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you just joined, if you want to chat and stuff, I've got a chat bot on so I can hear you, as well as read back stuff when I mistake what my bot says, because, you know, bots are kind of like that. So don't have to worry about actual placement. No, that's just destroyed before I've even gone on. Not options, I'm going to retry. Right, so no hitting any other cars, basically. And they really do make that quite difficult. But of course, I want to get round here in a good time, so you can't just be uber careful. You've still got to drive a race. That is terribly taken. I did that corner absolutely dreadful. You want to be out to the right here. We don't want to be smacking into that barrier, which is easily done. In VR, this track does feel like a different prospect. Avoided that car hitting me. Had to give him the racing line. He's clearly a lot faster than me. Need to pay attention to my own race as well. And trying to drive the most I can, because I need the time, which at the moment isn't looking good. That McLaren can just basically smoke me, so we want to stay out of his way. Still not good enough. 2 seconds off. Right. No mistakes this time. Let's nail this. Back straight on the gas, using all that road up. We want to get in past this Alpha, but I did very bad thing there. I shouldn't have shot up the middle there. I was very lucky that I didn't actually end up in the back of that Alpha there. And I'm forgetting where I am. Ah! I knew that was coming. I knew that corner was coming, but Right, let's get this right. Straight on the gas, through, back in, back to out. We can get closer to him on this. Off the gas, into the brake. Too late. I will do this. I know what I've got to do, but my brain is just messing up. And I've overshot it again. I'm trying to be too aggressive. I'm really trying to be too aggressive. But I've got to get the time down, so... Right, we're past that alpha, that's a good start. Then we want to be on brakes. Too late! We're back behind the alpha again. Second gear one here again. Through. And then it's another second gear after here. We're going to stay to the right. Close that distance. That's good. Much better. We've passed them a bit earlier. I could have done better than that if I hadn't messed up on that other corner. I'm braking very aggressively and not holding the speed like I should. I should be able to do far better in this car, but I'm not yet. Whoa, no! The failure! The failure! Oh, wow. Wow. I'm sorry for my absolute terribleness in this game. I think with all driving games I seem to start out really, really, really awful. And then usually by the end somewhere I become somewhat passable. But it seems like at the beginning of this track I'm just trying too hard and just losing it and just... Ah! Right, let's do this. I could have been on the gas a lot earlier there. That was a bit cleaner. It's going to be a left turn there. In down the inside of him there. That was okay. We just want to keep this nice and tidy here. That's it. Progressing. We're going to be second again. It's quite a tight corner, this one. It's kind of deceptive, this corner. And I tried too early, and that's my result. I've come off. I tried putting on the gas a little bit too early there, and that's my result. I just needed to be... There's times where you really have to take it easy. There we go, on the gas. And again, we'll catch up to the Skyline. GT, even though it's not Skyline. Honda. Now the Alpha's putting pressure on me. You can pull away from that Alpha quite easily there.
Van Beansel says, currently trying to get to level 20 for the ring in VR up to 14. Now I've got to work for 4 night shirts, gutted.
Oh, damn, dude. I feel your pain. I've got the weekend off, so this is going to be what I'm mostly doing. But as you can see, I'm just messing up badly.
Van Beansel says, night shift lol.
All night shifts. Yeah. I work through the day normally, so I will be doing a bit more Gran Turismo, but my aim is obviously to get to that level 20 so that I can get to experience Nürburgring in VR. And I'm too aggressive there, and he passes me again. I'm not doing too good on this. And I know this track well enough to be able to be okay, but I sometimes forget little bits of it. And it's like, what am I doing? Like, I tried to overtake on the inside of him there, which was just the wrong type of thing to try and do. Yeesh. Past that GTR, left him for smoke. Are we gonna make it round here in time?
Van Beansel
9.
says, would love a paid pro patch giving us more cars and online multiplayer.
It's already pro-patched. The game is already pro-patched. So there is already a pro-patch for this because you actually do have 2K output to 4K checkerboard with HDR at 60 frames per second through the races, but then on the replay it drops the frame rate back down when you use the detail mode. Then you have a guaranteed 60 frames per second mode. There is definitely differences between the PSVR for on an OG PS4 and a PS4 Pro. There is some on the Pro there is
Van
much sharper things
says,
there.
for VR.
For VR, well, yeah. It is pro-patched on VR as well. There are graphical differences, but regardless of what version you're on, they haven't given us enough there. They should have given us, I think, a time trial, so that you have time trials and leaderboards for the time trials, and they could have given us at least a 1 versus 1 multiplayer online. I definitely think those could have been done. But the actual performance of the VR itself is pro-patched. There's a notable difference between the resolution between the original PS4 and the PS4 Pro. There is also additional trackside scenery that is on the Pro that is not in the original PS4, and all sorts of things like that. I do know that originally there was, before release, there was modes that they were showing to the press where they actually had VR racing with a full grid of 16 cars. But they couldn't do it.
Says, hopefully content will be added, we hope.
Yeah, I'm very big on hoping that some actual more gameplay content is added for VR. There should definitely be more content on the way, I think. Polyphony do have a noted history of actually adding to their online games, so that's something to hope for, but I'm really hopeful, first of all, for the VR that they will do time trial, because making a time trial mode for VR is kind of a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer, and I don't know exactly why it isn't in here. It should be. Right, I need to get through this. I will get past this. I'm so close to actually getting it, but I mess up a little bit all the time. I am being quite aggressive with it. Really very aggressive, and he passes me again because I didn't do clean on that corner. I could have been so ahead of him, but I wasn't. There we go, we're ahead of him. Now, I just want to keep this nice and clean on the track. So we're coming down here and with breakpoint. And then we need to... I could have been faster through there, and that Alpha is challenging me again. Oh, I'm concentrating on the Alpha behind me. Concentrating on the Alpha behind me and just totally wrecked it. Right. But yeah, there is a lot more that can be done with the VR mode, for damn certain. But the only problem, of course, with the having PSVR is the rules are quite specific when it comes to published games. You have to have the exact same things available in terms of gameplay available on the original PS4 as is on the Pro. You can only kind of improve the graphics, basically.
Says, if a multiple car version in VR was running, why do you think we ain't got it? Best leave you to concentrate along.
It's quite simple. It's because the original PS4 wouldn't be able to handle it. The Pro can handle it, the original PS4 couldn't. But there's also dropping the quality substantially to make the Pro handle that 16 man race. So past the Hyundai. Oh, what? I gave him the racing line as well. It's quite simply that. If you have gameplay element, you can't have it available only on the Pro. It has to be available on the original PlayStation 4 as well as on the Pro. And with the step down in graphics, they were just sort of like, well, we're going to get too many complaints about, you know, how bad the graphics are. So they've gone overboard and restricted everything in a way that, you know, including a mode that should have definitely have been there. So that's why that mode possibly isn't here, and it's a very disappointing situation. Because the VR mode certainly does need a bit more love.
EANSEL says, 4 cars would be fine and online. I'd pay for that mode.
Yeah, but the point is we shouldn't have to pay for that mode. We have bought the game. The game was advertised quite a lot on going, hey, there's VR. This is VR compatible. There is a actual VR bundle of GT. Oh, I'm messing up. So there shouldn't be a question of us having to pay extra for VR. You know, I spent what? 60, good 60, 70 pounds on this game, is it? That's a good amount of money. So if it has VR, which it has, those gameplay elements should not really be an issue. But I know where the OG one. I'm not even bothered about 4-man race at the moment. I would gladly be at least somewhat appeased by a 1 versus 1 and a time trial. The time trial is definitely one that should have been there, full stop. The time trial does not take up more computing resources.
EANSEL says, sorry, I'm not helping your lap, lol.
No, it happens. It doesn't matter. It's when I go wrong, I'm messing up. Don't worry about that. I will get it. The determination. You must always try and succeed, you know, to succeed. And you will get it eventually, and I will. It's developing a new skill. I am being too aggressive sometimes with it, so, like there. I'm feeling a bit hot. Excuse me while I turn the fan on. Ah, fan. It gets hot. Hard, hot work. Right. I will get it this time.
Bambi EANSEL says, what level are you currently?
I think about 14. I made sure and did some of the photo modes because the photo mode adds to it as well, which is ridiculous in a driving game that taking photos can add to your overall scores. I find it ridiculous that you've got that in there. And your photos being liked as well, that can add to your Did I just get time taken off of me for rubbing that car? Right, down to 3rd for this one.
Bambi EANSEL says, same in here.
Oh! Is that a Dodge? And this GTR, is it going to be in my way? I'm not going to make it in time. Again, 42, 43, 44. 1 second out again. I make it through, and that's happening. But yeah, it's really some of the progression stuff they're putting here, like the photo mode thing and stuff like that. I'm like, really? What does that have to do with the racing? Why should I be awarded points that earn towards getting more cars and more things by taking photos of cars in a racing game? It's a very ridiculous thing. But that's the way it is. That's the, you know, it's in the game, it's in the game. That's how it is. Right. Oh, I will get that extra second off. Right.
EANSEL says, I've checked and I've done this race at 1.37.250 gold lol.
Oh, you're much better than me then. Let's change my view.
ANSEL says, about 200 attempts later, haha.
I think about maybe possibly add another O on there, something, or make it 300 maybe. I'm braking too late. Right. How on earth you made it in that time is beyond me at the minute. I'm just doing terrible. I should maybe go back and do more of the driving school stuff again. That's probably advisable. We'll get it! I will get it! Oh boy! I don't give in easy. As you can see, I plainly don't give in easy. When sometimes maybe I should.
ANSEL says, slow around corners and luckily getting away from other cars in the way.
Yeah. I've got this fight on with this alpha that I keep on obsessing over. Get past that Hyundai. Now let's just keep it calm in some of these corners, yeah? That's the job. I always take that one I should be fast with. I think it could be faster in that corner as well. Oh, and he overshoots again. I swear, I overshoot that one so many times. So, slower in those corners. Just need to keep it nice and orderly. Orderly is what I need, isn't it? A little bit aggressive. I didn't make it out in front of him.
Bambi EANSEL says, I'll come back in an hour, see how you are doing, huh?
Okay, sir. Thanks for joining in, though. I think we can get that corner in third instead of second. I didn't come off this time, that's a miracle.
Bambi EANSEL says, good luck, crossed fingers.
Yeah, I need my fingers to not be crossed at the moment though, so I'll let you do that. Oh, I'm too aggressive again. $36, $37, $38, $39, $40, $41. I'll take it. I'll take it. I got a bronze. Yay! I said I wouldn't normally take a bronze, but in this case, I'm taking the damn bronze. Wow.
Bambi EANSEL says, go, go, go.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Mm. Oh. So that's what it took. Should I? I'll give it one attempt at the silver. I'll give it one more go at the silver.
EANSEL says, turd rhymes with turd.
Yes, it does.
Bambi EANSEL says, only kidding.
No, we'll go with the bronze. We'll go with the bronze. We'll go with the bronze for now. I'll come back to that in my spare time and go and work it out. I'm surprised my bot didn't get you for that one. But I guess it doesn't consider that too bad. Okay. Wow. Bronze. And it felt good to get that bronze. Oh no! No! Not the Chiatsu. Oh, these little cars are actually ridiculously hard to drive, I find. Because they want to go everywhere. So, yeah. Right. Oh dear. This should be amusing. This should be amusing. Come on, preparing. I've got the preparing. I've got the preparing. I know what I need to do. One race needs to be count, and it's for placements this time. For placements, not a time this time. Though of course there is the time things that are on there. Must remember this is a crappy little car. I do like the radars actually that are available there as well. Across and across, come on. It doesn't have the same sound, of course. The sound is very calm on this car, really, by comparison. You could say I'm definitely drafting this guy. How many laps? We're in first. That was badly done. Slow down? I don't want to slow down. Why would it want to slow down? It warns you to slow down. Yay! I drove the really crappy little car better than I drove the other one. Yay! I got a penalty. I got a penalty because I think I bumped that car. But I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh, it's level 12 I'm on. Level 12, there we go. Right. So, my friends ranking, I'm in 6th against my friends. They're all better. Look at their times next to mine. I will go back and try and correct that. But for now, it's all about that road to getting to where I need to be in the Nürburgring. Receive a gift car. We like gift cars. What are we getting? What are we getting? What are we getting? Not another Porsche. Hyundai. We're getting a rally car. The rallying in Gran Turismo, I don't feel is ever going to be matching up to Dirt Rally. I'm afraid to say. It is still fun in VR, but I don't think the rallying can really compare quite to Dirt Rally. Certainly not in terms of force feedback. Force feedback from Gran Turismo and Dirt Rally are worlds apart. But we've got a new car! Milestone 2 achieved. Milestone achieved. Milestone achieved. There we go. 25% campaign mode. Yay! Can I rank up a bit with that? Is that giving me... There, I've got achievements to do. I've nearly completed. Okay, I've nearly completed that one, so that's a waste of time going in there. Right, let's take a look at driving school. And we'll do some of the driving school. Right. enter. Let's see what we're doing. Learn to do the things that involve the cars with the steering wheels and the brakes and the accelerator and such. Oh, buffering.
Here, you will learn about understeer. Understeer is when your front tyres are slipping towards the outside of a corner, making it hard for the car to turn.
Yep.
The cause of this includes entering a corner too fast or getting back on the throttle too early in the corner.
Yep.
In this lesson, at the first left-hand corner, reduce your speed adequately before turning the steering, and in the following right-hand corner, be careful when getting back on the throttle. Otherwise, you will be exposed to understeer, and the car will not be able to make the turn. Control your deceleration and acceleration in order to avoid understeer.
Okay. So, another lesson on understeer, oversteer, well, understeer in this case. So it's probably a front-wheel drive car. That shouldn't have been the 2. Off the track. Right, so this first one is not the 2 that this is saying you should be down at. Indeed it is not. This one is. That was terribly taken. Really terribly taken. We'll work that through. $17 silver. I'll take it because I just want to rank the levels up. So we're just going to take it. I could do better than that, definitely. But we'll take the silver. What is oversteer? The opposite of understeer. So they'll probably put us in an FR car this time, because the other one would have been FF, which typically gets the understeer.
Now,
and
let's learn about oversteer. Oversteer is when the
or a
rear
mid-engine
tyres
car
slide
even.
towards
Wow.
the outside of the corner, and the car
Yeah.
turns too much.
Look at that.
Avoid
They're going to
oversteer
have us in an
and be
MR
careful
car,
on the throttle.
basically.
But oversteer can be suppressed when it does happen by momentarily turning the steering towards the direction of the tail slide, opposite direction of the turn, until the rear grip starts to recover.
Look at that! That drift!
This
That
technique
looks
is
so
called
awesome,
countersteer,
doesn't it?
and is important to remember in order to avoid spinning out in cars.
So, we're expected to drift this? Let's see. The NSX, huh? The mighty NSX. That's understeering. That's oversteering! 360! Oh, nice! Whoa! Right, so that's proper oversteer. Off the grass. Right. Oh! Wow, this car is nuts! Oh, it just slips out so easy. That just slips out so easy. That is crazy. Oh, I've got to keep off that accelerator a little bit more. I'm pushing that accelerator and it just... Even when I try to go to that opposite lock on there a bit. Right. This is what the school is definitely about. It's learning how to deal with this situation. Right. Silver. No oversteer happened. But to get to that 11... I'm going to redo that one just to try and actually keep a bit of that drifty oversteer in there, because I was very cautious there. Oh, wow. It's enjoyable, but yeah, managing that is... So...
Overwatch player says,
it's getting there.
Is this game made by Sony?
No, it's made by Polyphony Digital. It's, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Sony Interactive Entertainment is the publisher of it, and the actual developer of it is Polyphony Digital. So Polyphony Digital used to actually, back in the day before they were Polyphony Digital, they were actually a part of Sony, and then they became their own company.
Okay.
In many senses, that's what actually defines a AAA title, is that you have a development company that sits there and actually does all the work, but it's somebody else that's kind of like putting a lot of development, the money, if you like, behind it, and actually pushes the product out to people. So it's a complex thing. Personally, I don't like AAA being defined by many as it's a development studio and a publisher, because that means, okay, you've got a developer who's concentrating on that, they're only concentrating on the development, and the publisher is the money side, and, well,
Overwatch player
is the ones that give the money.
Also, why is there so less people in chat? Maybe because people are used to watch you at night.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this over the weekend. I know that we've had one other person in, and it's the middle of the day, and different things like that. But it doesn't matter. You know, I don't have like a huge amount of people to follow, so over time it builds up, and we see how it goes. It's just something you do. You just with streaming, you're gonna have that now and again. Certainly, as a small, when you do like a small stream like I have, you've only got a small amount of subscribers or followers from YouTube and Twitch, then you get used to not always having people in chat. That's the way it goes. You know, you get on with it, you enjoy it. When you do have people come and join in chat, then yeah, have fun with it. Right, let's move on to the next one, because I've got goals to meet to try and get my level up so that I can get the Nürburgring, because I really want the Nürburgring. Right, draw a constant arc from the turn into the exit. Right, let's see what they're talking about here. I think they're talking about chaining.
From here, you will practice raising your cornering speed. When the straight approach to a corner is short, how much you can raise your cornering speed will greatly affect your lap times. Complete your braking before turning in with your steering, and drive a line that draws a constant arc from the turn-in to the corner exit. Unnecessary movements of the car will make it unstable, so you will want to turn the steering gradually.
That's the idea. Right. One thing I've been turning off is actually things like some of the assistance. But one thing I'm going to start doing, because a load of the cars do have this, I'm going to put the active stability management on. I'm not going to put any of the other helpers on because, I don't agree with, like, auto drive and lane assistance and things like that. But active stability management is something that is in real-world cars and stuff like that, and ABS, so I will take that. The counter-steering assistance, I'm like, So I don't mind ABS and stability management. So basically, it's going around some of these corners. This is Nürburgring, by the way. This is the track that I want to be able to drive in VR. And it's a hell of a track. It's an absolute killer of a track. And I was too slow. I thought I was going to have a corner earlier there, but it's not. We'll do that. Not that one. It's this one that I should have braked for. I broke too early, but I'm at least a car ahead of myself, so that's an improvement. Need to learn this track a lot. This track as a real world track is the daddy of them all, as it were. Not met. It's getting there. It's getting there. Just need to keep it on and get this smoother. Smooth through. Over to the right. That comes through to the left and over to the right, and then on the brake. And we're way ahead there. That's much better. That's just the bronze, and we're just off the silver. I want to do that again. So all the way on the gas here. No foot off there. Cross. Good. Can actually stay in fifth, don't need to go down to fourth. Got a bit better there. Tiny improvement, tiny improvement. You can still do better. Ooh, that was so much closer though. That was right on the edge. That's where you need to be, is on the edge, but not go past it. See, going up into 7th gear there was a mistake. I think we just need to keep that constant speed, because switching gear seems to have dropped me down in the RPM, so we'll keep it in 6th gear. There we go. Gold. That's how we do it. That was much better. Much, much better. So 15.8, that's a lot better, isn't it? How did it go by the Overwatch? I think you was going to be doing some trampolining and stuff. So hopefully you had fun with that. Good. Progress. We'll soon be level 13. Only 8 more levels to go. Right. Next one. So, raising the cornering speed again. Ah, you've gone.
The inside edge of a corner, which you get closest to while turning, is called the clipping point. Where you set your clipping points will affect your lap time. Acceleration after entering a corner is normally performed from the clipping point. First, decelerate your car enough and turn the steering so that you brush by the driving marker on the inside of the turn at the clipping point. After entering a corner, you must not accelerate immediately. If you start accelerating again too early, it will cause understeer and will not lead to faster speeds around a track. The best practice is to accelerate from the clipping point. Gradually give the car more throttle as you pass the clipping point. Make sure to use the full width of the track all the way to the edge to shorten lap times.
Yep. Right. So, lesson assimilated. Let's try and put it into practice, huh? So, we're going to be in Tokyo. I don't think you need to be in third for that. I think you can do that in fourth. Ooh, retry. No. It's close. I'm not far enough over. I can still be more to the right. No, I'm not braking enough there. Third is too low still, but maybe I do need to drop down to third still, but that was better, but still not good enough. We'll retry it. We'll go for gold on that one. I need to learn this lesson a little bit better. No, that was bad on my point. Really bad. I tried to be too aggressive on that drop down. See, I was going in a lot quicker there. My braking, I can brake later, I think. We can do this. I'll take the silver. We'll come back and try and perfect these things later. Oh. Wow. 4:30. Surprising. I'm gonna have a throat sweet. Right. Next one up. So, clipping turns gradually a throttle from the point forward.
Loud Cobra
It's also
says,
important to use
hello,
full
I
width.
just DDI'd the Nürburgring in VR with a GR.1 Toyota Hybrid INM 702. Not bad at all.
Yeah, you're gonna totally wail on me on all these, dude. I'm nowhere near good at driving. The standard of my driving is subpar at the moment. But yeah, I just need to get to the point where I can do the Nürburgring. But hopefully you found it fun in VR to do Nürburgring. I should concentrate on what I'm doing. Hopefully, did you have fun on the Nürburgring in VR though? It's got to be a completely different wild ride.
Loud Cobra says, not true, I'm playing with a controller. You're good, M8.
Yeah, you still get better times than me, and I know it. It's okay. I don't mind. But that's because I don't put as much practice as I should in to most video games.
Loud Cobra says,
Need more
it was
aggressive
absolutely
braking.
awesome.
Cool. I think that's the goal that I want to get to, is just to try the Nuremberg in VR is gonna be like jaw-dropping experience. Could be better there, felt far under it there. Yeah, need to be a lot better there. I overdo it and then I'm, a bit too cautious. And then I go straight off again. I'm not finding the balance of where I need to be. So I need to use track markers instead of feeling where the actual corner is on a flat screen. I'm like totally lost. Mind you, I'm just as bad in VR sometimes as well. So before we get to the green bit, we're doing that. There's a marker on the right there.
Loud Cobra says, but I can't believe our times for the races aren't kept in VR mode.
Yeah, well, just even a time trial. It's ridiculous. And it has obviously come out online that before release there was some press demonstrations and the different demos that you had at some of the shows. And in one of those demos, they actually had 16 people racing against each other, including the VR. In multiplayer, they had it doing that, but those were on pros. My theory is that when it comes to doing basically the PS4, the standard PS4
says,
couldn't handle
put the
it.
corner markers with the cones in your options could help find braking zones.
Yeah, I've turned them off purposely to try and make it harder for myself, which is probably not a good idea. I've been doing these without marking cones and stuff like that. You're quite right. If I oh, I did a retry. Let's see. So I'm just going to do this. This is me without the marking cones.
I have them on.
So that's kind of me without the marking cones, and we'll do this with marking cones. Because yeah, most of the driving assistant stuff I turn off. As a default, I tend to go nope, turn it all off. I do have ABS and I do have stability on now. I did have stability off before. Right, so driver assistance. So
Loud Cobra says, I never stop learning where the best braking zone is.
I don't think I've got the option here. Is that event overview?
Cobra says, I take traction control off.
I leave the traction control on because most cars actually do have traction control on as standard. I don't see a thing on having traction control turned off. I have ABS on, but driving line assist.
Loud Cobra says, options top right maybe.
There it is. It's there. Driving lane assist. That's what it is. So we'll put a cone mark. Yeah. Just so people can see. Actually, let's just do that.
Loud Cobra
so that people
says,
can see.
No, that's it.
Yep. We're going to try that with those. See if that improves me, and then we'll go to reducing it again.
Loud Cobra says, no deductions for those.
Yeah, I just totally messed up. I'm like, but what's the breaking point there? Is the cone the breaking point? I know that's the place I'm supposed to be, but it doesn't say breaking point. Those are the bits where I'm supposed to move over, so we need to find the breaking point.
Loud Cobra says, you need to feel it.
There we go, we're near a whole car width ahead. Or length. So we need another 1 or 2 car width lengths ahead. I'm overshooting that. That was bad. So I think the 2 cones are supposed to be the
Loud
bit.
Cobra says, interior view.
True, I could do the interior view. That was better though. Let's get in there. We'll put it to an interior view. There we go.
Don Stanton says, you have to hit your apexes, that's the secret. Slow in, fast out.
Yeah,
Loud
my
Cobra says,
my
you're used
problem
to that
is,
view, aren't you?
yeah, I do like the interior view, but my problem is actually finding where the break point is so that I hit the points cleanly. And I'm braking either too late or too early. I'm not getting that sweet spot yet. I always find that with driving games, especially out of VR, that I have a big problem on braking points, and therefore I end up over trying. Like there. That was feeling like it was closer. So I could have been fast into that one. That second corner could definitely be faster into that second corner. And over. If I didn't go swerving around all the time there, we could maybe do that. So, try and hit those markers like you say.
Anton says, slightly accelerate through the corner and it helps the nose come in. Loud Cobra says, it's a learning process.
It is a learning process. And that's a part of it, actually. I mean, that's why they have the driving school in here. So you're quite right. It's definitely a learning process, and I've got a hell of a lot of learning to do. You know, that should be the other subtitle on the end of my my stream's title. I've got a lot of learning to do. Right, we will get. Right, I feel like we're going to take... I'm going to take this bit away from it, though. I don't like that, and I don't like that. I'll keep with the cone, though. I'll keep the cones there. I think the cones are good. The others are a bit much. I was over-amped it. Too fast. And we weren't in enough. Then I tried to push the accelerator a bit too much. Analyze it, change it up, fix it. Right. Pushing too fast.
Don Stanton says, the corner indicator is handy on blind crests. It's the only one I keep. The rest are distracting.
That was better. We got a silver. So that was an improvement. So the corner marker, or the cone, or the one that's floating. So I think the floating one would be
Loud
kind
Cobra
of a little
says,
bit.
Nice.
Yeah, we got silver. That's good. We'll have one more try. I think keep the cone at the moment, but I'm interested to know whether you find the cone or the other one that's floating.
Loud Cobra says, cones are good.
Cones are good. Cones are good. You can even wear them on your head and look very silly, if you so wished.
Don Stanton says, the one that's floating.
Yeah, I think I'd find that one a bit more weirder than the cones. Just as that they could have a bit of a reality break. I think, especially in VR, there'd be a bit of a reality break. I want consistency. We need consistency. I need consistency, really, don't I? Because I'm being very inconsistent, and that's not going to serve me well.
Says, sorry, I had to go. I'm back now.
That's cool, dude. Real life first. Always real life first. Behind. I need to get that consistency, really. I think that's what's really missing from me as well. More than just getting the gold, I think I need to get proper consistency going to this. So that is a little bit close to consistent. We've got to keep better than that. There's silver already done. And I'm not finishing braking before I'm turning as well.
Player says, I got breakfast even though it's afternoon, so how are you liking the game? Overwatch player says, game.
Yeah, game doesn't need a capital G. Game is fine with just lower G. No, I am liking it, but I've got a lot of learning to do, a real lot of learning. As we've just been going through with the help of fellow people here, I'm trying to learn a little bit better on my cornering, because I feel that's a big area that is letting me down a lot. And especially when it comes to consistency, but I think we'll do another one, because otherwise this can get very boring watching me fail and fail and fail. Right. But I do think for my own self that I need to get more consistency.
Says, wish I had a wheel.
Yeah, dude. You would just rock with the wheel. I mean, the things you do with the pad is pretty good. Anyway, I need to do something about the green screen there as
Anton says, bonnet view helps your perception during the tests.
Okay, I can try bonnet view. Though it's really weird, because this is why I actually like the VR side on these games, because actually being in the car and doing the real life thing, the perception of depth is a big issue. Right. So drive consecutive corners without missing the apex. Running off track, contact with walls will mean that I'm done. Okay. Driving options. What's going to be my... Is there a place in here to do the standard default view? What I'm going to have is the default view. So, view.
Bruh says, I'll try. That could be good on tracks I don't know very well.
Yeah. I think he's hit a bit on the head there, because when you're inside the car, there is an amount, depending on the car, of either side of you for where the thing is. If you've got the bonnet view, then you have that. I usually had that invisible view, because then I can see the whole of the track width, and I literally just take that very left of the corner of the screen and the very right of the corner of the screen to be that point. But let's give it a try. We'll give the bonnet view a try. So this is going to be Is this part of Nürburgring? Yeah, this is part of Nürburgring, I think. Yes, it is. So, this is the view you're talking about.
Overwatch player says, "It's so sad that Gran Turismo Sports could have been a lot more in VR."
Yeah, it is. So that was the view you're talking about. And yeah, I can see that one. I didn't move on to the next one. I was going to move on to the next thing. But yeah, I could see that. I can see where you're coming from there. Might be helpful in the overall perception. Let's give that for the next event. Nice. Aston Martin. I like Aston Martins. We're going to be at Brands Hatch. So, raise my corner exit speed. So, this will be more about the entry and the exit and getting that smoothness.
Loud Cobra says, "If you have good track knowledge, it might not matter as much." Don
Yeah, if you have good track,
says,
track knowledge. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to try anything out, and you've got to find things that you're comfortable with. It is different for everybody. There's a lot of people that go, "Well, that works for me."
Farther into the corner. By doing so, the line from the turn into the exit will become more linear, which will allow you to start accelerating earlier. This will increase your exit speed out of a corner. Try to find a line that will increase the speed at which you pass the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, what they're saying is, yeah, there's some corners where you can go, here's the traditional racing line, and you've just gone, there's your start in, you've got a straight curve that comes through. Sometimes you can take the line in that's a little bit more of turning at the beginning of it, so you're going to be slower in there. You're still going to come across the apex, but as you've come across a different angle, when you come out, you're actually going to be accelerating more in a straight line than the more curved line. So your power down the track is a bit better as sort of thing. Basically, you end up coming out faster. Slow in, fast out. That's the old one, isn't it? Okay. Silver. We can do better with that one. This one's not as difficult. I mean, I've done a lot on Brands Hatch already, so believe me, I've done a lot earlier on Brands Hatch. I went down to first there.
Overwatch
That was
player
stupid.
says, "Sorry to change the subject again. Just wondering what that link in the description to something about t-shirts." Don
The
Stanton
t-shirt that I was
says,
wearing last night.
"Try hiding all the HUD info so you just concentrate on one single goal."
I can get that, but then it's kind of, for the stream, doesn't always work. I tend to tune out certain things anyway. It's like that thing over the right, I've totally tuned that out. The t-shirt down below in the description is in aid of it's Streamfleet.
Don Stanton says,
and it's for able gamers. So the Able Gamers is a charity that actually does things for different people with accessibility needs to get them into gaming, just so you have something to do, peace of mind, things like that. So you have like a lot of kids who have disability needs, and you need to keep them active. You need to keep their mind active, social engagement, and all these different things that can come from gaming. So in the example of, say, a wheelchair user, for example, and driving games such as this, now you could use a DS4 controller, that's a given. You can also use steering wheels when you're disabled and in real-world cars, and they actually have adapters to fit onto the steering wheels and do that can be made to do hand throttles. So you'll have like an inner ring and an outer ring. So you'll have a ring that sits before the steering wheel and a ring that sits behind the steering wheel. And depending on the preference of the person driving, you can actually have it so you either pull the inner ring to do the accelerator and push the outer ring to do the brake, or the reverse, or different combinations of. Stuff like that. And then maybe you have other people that are so restricted, like quadriplegic, if someone's quadriplegic, even. So you may need things like eye control systems, where a person can look to the control they need to activate, or they have mouth control systems and other voice control systems. And that's what the Able Gamers is all about, is getting it so that people can actually have access to play these games and to enrich people's lives by gaming. So, I think we're all gamers here, so we all know that it adds something to our lives. It gives us something to do to alleviate other stresses and stuff like that. And if you're in the unfortunate position of having accessibility needs,
Overwatch player
it's
says,
something good there.
"Oh, that's a very good idea. How come up with it? Wow, thanks. That's made me happy that not just you can do this thing, but everyone."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've had a few people that have come into the stream before when I was doing Dirt Rally. I had a few people that I know were wheelchair users and had different severity of problems with disability for their legs, and where you've got different things of you can move slightly up higher from the back, or from, so you can have full mobility of your back, or actually you've got problems with lower back as well, and different issues like that. So I've had a couple of people like that. There is also for PSVR the Handy Capable Gamers channel. I think I've got a link to his channel on my YouTube channel, which has over the right in the featured links the Handy Capable Gamer. He's a wheelchair user who goes through a lot of the PSVR games and reviews them for use for other users with disabilities, but obviously for himself it's like more related to his disability, because he tries to keep in mind others' abilities as well. But it's a definite interesting thing, and something that kind of needs to be pointed out sometimes, that there is an access barrier to certain games, and overcoming those access barriers can sometimes be a really good thing. Right. Moving on. We've got that one okay. We're going to move on to the next one. Ooh, Ferrari and Nürburgring. Oh, this could be dangerous. Right, so setting yourself up to accelerate as early as possible. Let's hear what the lessons say on here.
Continuing from lesson 30, let's learn cornering with a focus on acceleration. The corner in this lesson has a long straight after it, and raising the exit speed out will greatly affect your lap time. In order to raise exit speed, you must start accelerating as fast as possible. Keeping your focus on applying throttle as early as you can, find a strategy for the corner before the straight.
Okay. It's like a little problem-solving bit at the end of the video there. It's like, you don't do it exactly like this. This is the stuff behind it.
Says,
but then you have to go through it and
you can
find
always
the bit.
overcome thing and always try your best and never give up, whatever how much pain, never give up.
But yeah, it's not also always pain or something like that. It's you know, an actual ability or whatever. But it's a good charity to look at. There is a couple of gaming charities out there that we've done some different streams for as well. I can't show you the shirt at the moment, but yeah. But that's one way you can give. It's got the details through the link there of exactly what would be given to the able gamers from each purchase. So right, we're going to do this. This is the track that I want to try in VR. And we're off. So that first one is a third. Okay. No. That first one I didn't do well with. I need that first corner right. I think we did better there. Okay, bronze. We can do better than that. That's so close to getting a silver. I think we can do better.
Player says, "You are getting better at this game. It will help you when you play online."
Oh yeah, this is what the driving school is all about.
Overwatch player
It's about getting
says,
that better
"To
there.
unlock stuff online."
But you also unlock stuff from doing that, so the daily races are supposed to be a big thing as well. That we're so used to video games with daily races, meaning that they change daily. In GT at the moment, that's not the case. The daily races are there for you to do on a daily basis to help for the FIA season that have come and the actual online races of that. So it's to build your sport, your time up, your sportsmanship up, and so that they can actually gauge where different people belong in online competition. So it's a different aspect they've taken from this game from games from the past, and it really is quite ambitious in that way. I just wish the VR aspect was more ambitious. If the VR showed a little bit more of that sporting finish. Right, we didn't do as good that time. It's that first corner that I really messed up on. I need to drop that gear down. Even if I don't press the brake much, I need to drop down the gear.
Cobra says, "Races change once a week in sport mode every Tuesday."
So there you go. Each week you have that there. I thought I got out there a little bit more ahead, but I didn't get that capitalized on the end there. Need to be able to do this next corner a little bit more. I think actually staying up in fourth there, I did terrible there. I'm too far out on the right. I was too on the left even, I think. I'm trying to take too far on the right, left even. I want to stay and hug that second bit. So the first one I can be over more, And I think we don't need to actually come off fully, back on, hug the right again, full on. That's it. No. Okay, opposite. Let's try the opposite. We're going to try coming further out to the left and then pulling off the accelerator a little bit more.
Overwatch
and then
player says,
we'll see from there.
have you heard about the Super Hot DLC?
I haven't heard of another bit on the DLC for them yet. But we'll concentrate on GT for the moment. But Super Hot is a great game. I just about have enough room to play it reasonably. It is a game that you do need a good amount of space for. I don't have as much room as I would like when it comes to that. Right.
Overwatch player says, the DLC is very soon, like very oh sorry for changing the subject again ops. Loud Cobra says, stay on the outside as long as you can, pulling to the right ever so gradually.
Yep. Stay on the left more, and that last one was better though. Too far over. I bumped that. This first corner, I think. I bumped it. And then I gave in. Coming from the left, I'm not getting it nice enough.
Overwatch player says, you drive a bit too fast, slow down at the corner.
Yeah, this one, I'm not getting in properly. If I stay over the left, I'm just really messing it up badly. If I try to use a lot more, I'm really messing it up badly. I mean, that Ferrari would have been wrecked. Get it. I've got a silver in this already, but right.
Overwatch player says, it's probably easier with a DS4.
I wouldn't think so. I tried driving with the DS4, like last night I was driving with the DS4, and though you don't have this whole thing of fighting the torque and things like this, it can be very skittish and you can end up with it just coming along there, but whichever way, it's still possible to do this stuff. It's about learning that. So that was a tiny bit faster. It's that little bit of an extra sliver there. But we're going to move on from that one. Ooh. Yeah, whenever I'm on that far left, I'm pulling too hard on the steering.
Player
I think the
says,
gradual port.
I am so
there.
bored.
That's not good, dude. Play something. Go play Valkyrie. You get Valkyrie. Go have a game of that. Definitely. You can play the flat screen version on that. Try and survive the wormhole. It's very deadly. Right. So, next one over. Corvette. Not good to be bored. This bit is... I think to watch this part is definitely more boring. But I've got to go through these to make it happen. Otherwise, I'm not going to get my levels up. And I really do want to get that rank 20. So, focus on X speeds for chicanes.
Overwatch player
Here
says,
you will be learning
I
a
don't
lot
have a
for
VR.
chicane.
You don't need VR to play Valkyrie anymore. You can just play it on flat screen. You don't need the VR on to play Valkyrie.
Helping to improve your lap time. Find a strategy for this consecutive corner, keeping in mind to raise your exit speed at the final corner out of the chicane.
I know this bit of the track. Yeah, I've gone around this track good bits. That doesn't mean that I'm going to do well. We'll try it. Yeah, you don't need to have VR for Valkyrie. You can play on a flat screen. Of course, is best in VR, but it's not necessary. Oh, I bumped that.
Overwatch player says, oh cool, yeah.
I don't even know if I need to go down to third for that. No, I think I need to stay up and fourth with this. Yeah, that's a lot better. Need to stay over the left on the other part of that though. Losing speed out the end there. That would have been an expensive ding. That would have been an expensive ding. Too wide on there. That's better. That's better. Gold, that's what we like. Welcome to the channel if you're just joining. If you've got any questions and stuff like that, please feel free to ask. I'm trying to just get my rank up so that I can unlock Nürburgring. I've got quite a way to go yet, and I'm doing pretty bad at different times. So I'm doing mostly the driving school at the moment and the challenges. As you can see, I'm nearly nearly towards rank 13, and I get a prize. This is the bits that we like. We like the prizes. We like getting the prizes. If car, what can we get? What can we get? What can we get? Be something I don't have. Be something I don't have. I don't have that. So it is something that I don't have, I don't think. Yeah, it's something I don't have. Boom! Milestone achieved! Yay! Intermediate 1 lesson. So, arcade. Enjoy racing against AI opponents. Or take VR drives. Yeah, I have tried the VR drives. In fact, we'll do a VR drive with the new car that we just got. Let's change it up a little bit, just for a little bit. Right, so if you haven't seen, my goal is to obviously get to drive around Nürburgring with in VR, and that's today's purpose of the stream. But we'll do a quick drive in VR now. If you haven't seen the VR mode, it's a little bit limited, unfortunately. Well, you've got two things in here. One is a race against AI. The other is a VR showroom. Now, the race against AI, you can't set the difficulty of the AI, and it's a set number of laps. This is something I think they could have done far better with. I think they could have given us a time trial or something of that sort, with some leaderboards and things like that for the VR. I'm hoping they might change that and bring that to it. We're going to just use, actually, Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. We're going to go... we use daytime. And the car that we just got was this Citroen. Where's it gone? Date acquired. There we go. So this is the Citroen that I just got, this Citroen race car. We're going to have it in manual transition. Oh, this thing. Oh, this is this electronic, futuristic looking beast of a thing. The interior of this car is madness. I've only played this on the 2D. So we're going to be trying this in VR. This car does look insane. And it is one of the cars that I've wanted to see in the VR side. So I'm happy that I've won this one. Whoa! We'll let the other car get on with what it's getting on with, but you can see with this just
says, try the Toyota Hybrid GR.1. It's wicked in VR on the NURB.
It's got a very restricted view, this car. Oh yeah. I could have been more aggressive on that corner. I was too aggressive on that one. What is with the thing in here is nuts. What they've done with the steering is like, you see like the little markers that are showing you steering there. That is so odd. The resolution on this car is not as good as some. Something I have noticed on the car interiors, some of the cars' resolutions are far better than others. I think the amount of stuff in this car is actually affecting the view outside. I ran off there. I was too busy trying to find out what gear I'm in. Not easy to see which gear you're in this car. Sixth gear. I'm braking very early there. I'm not being that aggressive. There are some mad cars actually that you can get, and this is definitely one of them. Oh. So that's the inside of a new car. That's kind of cool. Which car was yours saying about? The Toyota Hybrid GR1. I think I've got that car. Can we change the car from there? I think we can. We can just go to exit and then drive the thing. So we'll go to there. Same track, and we'll do the we'll take the same time of day, and I think it's that's where is have I got the one that you're talking about? Sort by manufacturer. We want Lamborghini, Lexus, Porsche, Toyota. No, I don't have the one that you're saying about, I don't think. Yeah, the Toyotas I've got is just these two, so that's a mad car, actually. But there is one other car in here that I do think is insane.
Says, Group 1 is the type.
Yeah, I don't have the Group 1. But yeah, it's the FT1 still that you was on about, or the... It's this hybrid as well, but obviously the different group there. But in mad cars, I do actually think this Group 1 is insane. This Mazda is truly just absolute insanity as a car. And I think the one you're talking about is possibly along similar types of lines, where it's just insanely insane. And you can hear the engine sound of the car that you're going to be driving in when it does this load screen. It's nuts. You can, of course, tune the cars in here as well. So if it's one that's in your garage, you can tune it. But I'm leaving everything as standard at the moment because, you know, you can do the whole tuning of these things. Basically, you can mess a car up pretty easily as well in here. So I'm not going to do that. But look at this thing! Helps if I take my foot off the brake. I mean, this is insane. Normally I try to sit up as high as I can in the chair when I reset my view. Hang on a second. That's a little bit more comfortable. Normally I try to sit up higher, but we do that as a retry. There we go. This thing is insane. The sound of it too, it's just whines and... Off the track a bit there. Oh, that goes right behind me. Ooh, ooh. I forget that corner. I forget that corner so often. I forget that corner. See ya. Whoa! I hate how quickly they are to black you out. They black out the view a lot too quick in the VR. It's very distracting. I wish I could turn that off as an option. Got to be careful about shifting down. If you shift down too quickly, it's just as bad as shifting up or putting your foot on the accelerator too early. Oh yeah. This type of... Whoa, we got more laps or... No, okay. Wow. That is a beautiful car. I do like that car. It's a bit insane. It's a shame I didn't have the Toyota one. Hopefully I'll get it later. We'll take a quick look if I can. That's going to do for the VR portion for just now. I need to get back to earning stuff, which you can't earn stuff inside of the VR mode
says
there. So
I really love VR.
we need
This
to get
is
back
amazing,
to earning
but not
stuff.
enough.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Cobra. The VR is amazing. It's the preferred way of driving video games for me. It adds so much. The depth perception, just being able to look around, the track feels completely differently because you know where all the corner points are, how the track sort of like slides sideways and things like that. When you see it on the flat screen, a lot of tracks, they're like, you know there's hills and bits and stuff like that, but you don't really appreciate just how much the tracks actually dip and curve and the hills as they come up and things like that. You don't get to appreciate that anywhere near as much on the flat screen versions. And that feeling, that intrinsic feeling of being in there and being a part of that car, it really does change it a lot. Right. Let's get back to things. So, actually, the car that you were talking about, let's go have a quick look at the Toyota that you were saying about. So, Toyota. Is it their Vision one, or is it straight up the Group one? There's the hybrid. So yeah, it's one of these types. So it's similar to, basically these two. So it'd be similar to what I've got in the Audi, actually. I've got an Audi that's very, very similar shaped car like that. The one that I was in, the Mazda, is obviously like a seeming futuristic type as well. And this is, that's a full-on sort of like Le Mans style racing series type thing, and it's just insane. The money one of those cars costs, well, it's $1 million there, but in real world terms, I don't know how much one of those would cost in real world terms. A lot of money. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. The VR is just brilliant, but the gameplay they give us
Loud
with
Cobra
the VR
says,
is just not enough.
no motivation to stay in VR for too long. About the blacking out, I get that leaning into left corners a lot, lol.
Yeah. I did find that my camera was too close, but even then, if you're looking towards your left, it usually blacks the camera out quicker, depending on which side of the car you're on. So it does tend to black out. Whichever is your nearest side of the car, it tends to black out quicker. If you're in one of the like the GR1 cars like that, where it's more of a central driving position, it can be quite more even, but I did find that I need to have my camera further back for me than I could ever imagine with a cockpit. Rewind. With a cockpit game. But then it allows me a little bit more leniency, but it still has far too far a tight cage on that, and having it so that it blocks your view off and goes black when you do that is very wrong. That needs tuning out. I don't think they need to do that as aggressive. I get what they're trying to do in terms of going, okay, where they've said, basically they're trying to stop you from going to that point where you go into a part of the car's build, so that you get any polygon shearing, so you can stick your head out of a window and have that whole, yay, look, I'm car surfing and all of this business. They're trying to stop you from having any of that stuff happening. And that's fine. But to a point where you can't actually do that and your head's still in it, that's a bit much and does break the reality. I would much rather have to deal with a slight bit of polygon there or whatever than have this complete even when my head is still physically inside the car thing, blacking it out. I don't like that at all. I don't agree with that. But yeah. Other than that, the motivation to stay in isn't as great because it doesn't record your times. There is no competition there. I mean, you can't even compete against yourself, really. It's not competing against yourself, which is really annoying. Right. I've got some things to be claimed, so hopefully this can maybe put my efforts up. Claim bonus. Because the time that you spend in-game as well, there we go. I'm up to level 13. The time that you spend driving as well, it seems like I spent a lot of time in the VR when I was streaming. And it doesn't count. It doesn't count. So that's a bit annoying. Anyhow, back to it. Let's see what we're gonna do. Driving school, or should we do something different? Actually, we need to shake this up a bit. Race entry. I need to do dailies. All about doing stuff there. So 17, 36. Okay, yeah. Race entry. Yeah. I'm gonna go in white. Begins in 4 minutes. Let's change. I'm going to keep the bonnet view this time. See how I like with that front bonnet view. I think awareness-wise, that can be quite good. I want to change that to radar. I want that as a default view because I know that when we're doing the racing bit, it's like, okay. Alright, come on. Retry. Really? You need to be in second in that? Wow. Oh yeah, okay. The braking in this car is really not good. Let's find all the points, so that is really very slow, but you need to take it very easy in this car, I think.
Says, I really hate these cars.
Yeah, the really slow ones. I mean, the Honda Civic in here feels absolute rubbish. Oh, what? I went off the track there somewhere. Entry period now in progress, okay. I've done previous things before, so I'm not worried about the whatever time it gives us. I'm doing terrible. I don't care. We're just competing. Get some miles in. Oh, I'm used to going that. It's the different. It's the smaller track. Okay. I'm used to taking the longer track. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I see. Fine enough. And I'm coming off here again. Okay. Yeah. Though with these slower cars, you usually see a lot harder competition. That makes sense. Because the distances that people can gain, they can't gain that distance so fast because the acceleration is just not there. So I'm starting in 18th. So all I want to do is actually get better and drive a clean thing. I've gone down to C. I'm sure I had a better Sportsman SR than that. It's like SR or C. I don't know if you see sometimes when you're waiting there's a glitch that's happening. A graphical glitch. I hate this whole thing where it does this. This stop start auto drive thing is horrid.
Mad Cobra says, good luck.
Thank you, I'm gonna need it. Back on the gas. That was a close one. That number 10 guy was not nice. One bad thing about this view actually is I can't see a rear view mirror. I don't have a rear view mirror. I've got to rely on the radar. So it's not as immediate as looking up to that rear view mirror. I'm sure I turned off all those background musics. I'm gonna have to make sure and turn that off, as I might get like a copyright strike on the video, which is really annoying as well.
Loud Cobra
I'll have to sort out
says,
some music.
L1 quick look back.
No, it doesn't. It's not the same on the steering wheel. Sorry I bumped you there, mate. but you're not using your accelerator. Oh, I got bumped from behind. This is going to be where it's very thing where you got people that are bumping people at the back there. So I'm down because I'm trying to be somewhat careful. And then I've had... So I'm doing terrible. Right, let's do better. When we do terrible, we have to do better. There's 4 laps to improve this. Now I'm following everybody else like that. Right. Forget about the traffic. Well, don't forget about the traffic. You gotta keep an eye on it, but... See, that guy on the left as well would have taken a dip. We want to keep my SR up though. Even finishing in 18th would be a blessing. I'm shocked at how slow you need to be on that. He was really early on that. Sorry, but okay. Okay. Don't follow them, make sure and drive my own corners. That's another thing. .15th, final lap. We've increased places. Considering how bad it was at the beginning, I'll take that. Considering how bad I was doing at the beginning there, I'll take that, but I got a minus on there. Did I get a penalty? I didn't get a penalty. That's a good thing. That's cool. Yeah, to look back on the steering wheel, it's actually there's a D-pad on my steering wheel, and I just press back on that. One of the things that would be nice, actually, is to be... The clutch is kind of like... Yeah, most of the cars in here are all flappy paddles, so I have been using the flappy paddles rather than using the gear stick, which, even, you know, is not exactly the best. Did I get some reward for that, though? Right. Next one was 1750.
BMA80TV says, "Hey,
How you doing? We're going to leave the phone to somebody else. Right. So, can we do that again? In that time? Yeah. 8 minutes. I'm trying to basically get some, enough to do things, so I need... What do I need to get more of to get my stuff up? So, we need some mileage and stuff like that. So, we need mileage used, cars, purchases. I'm not going to get many of those. There's accidents in there. I think we should maybe keep on going through my campaign bit. Back to... we'll do some missions. So hopefully the aim is to get through enough to get myself to level 20 so that I've got the Nürburgring open to me, so that I can then play that in VR, because I want to experience Nuremberg in VR in some of these cars, because that's got to be amazing. I just wish that obviously there was like time trials in VR. If there was time trials in VR
Drago says,
and stuff like that, it'd be
"Hey, I'm
brilliant.
back again."
Hey, Drago. How you doing?
Loud Cobra says,
I have 4 online wins and 2 clean races only.
That's really good, dude. That's actually kind of good. Definitely. I'm yet to get there, but you're at the level 20 already, though, aren't you, Cobra?
Drago
So we're going to
says,
try to finish with bronze
good.
or better results. Careful not to overrun. I don't know this track too well. It's not a hugely complicated track, but
Loud Cobra says,
you know,
Yes, ranked 21 today.
rank 21. Wow. I would say great, now you can drink, but you can't because it's driving and you don't want to be drinking driving. Which is obvious.
Cobra says,
I don't drink anyway.
Well, there you go. I think perceptually this bonnet view is actually really quite good.
Drago says, "Is it alright if I stop talking and just watch?"
Of course it is. Free to do whichever things you want to do. Watching, talking, whatever is good. Okay, hang on.
__ Kurt says, "Good evening, Sir Bro Bolt."
Sorry about that. Hello. I'm just being asked what I want for food. So, there you go. Let's. I've come off the track. We'll retry that then. How are you doing? I'm trying to get my ranking up basically so that I can get the Nürburgring unlocked so that I can drive around that in VR, which would just be like amazing. I like these Corvettes actually. I think it's the Corvette that I'm in here. I actually think the Corvette's a good fun car actually. Certainly a good looking car. I'm not usually into American muscle in terms of a lot of tracks because the cornering is not so good.
Nürburgring, so no more Kriegasm.
Chasing _ Kurt says,
Say asterisk.
Oh. We're in 8th position. Final lap, so we need to make a bit more progress.
ETTV says,
What you think about the VR?
The VR itself I enjoy, but I think they've limited it too much. I think that we need to have a time trial mode for VR with some leaderboards. I also think that 1 versus 1 for online would be another thing that is definitely needed.
_ Kurt says,
We want to see VR rolled out on the full game.
I would love to be able to see that. I don't think it's going to be possible because I don't think the standard PS4's performance is high enough.
Says,
Which I honestly do not know why it isn't already.
I think it's just because of performance issues, because the resolution goes down a lot on the original PlayStation when you have more trackside detail. If you see the comparison between...
_ Kurt says,
I see.
VMA80TV says,
You got the PS4 Pro?
Yes, I'm on the Pro. I also use Marcel M Cable Gaming Edition to help with the jaggies a bit, which they do help quite a lot in this game. But there is quite a sizable difference between the PlayStation, the original PlayStation 4, and the Pro when it comes to the VR mode. Still playable because they restricted it down to that 1 versus 1, but the amount of detail they have in the cars and things like that is so extreme that it is actually hitting some performance issues, I think. And that's a part of the reason of the restrictions, but they've actually gone too far in their restrictions. That's why I'm kind of like advocating people say, hey, look, give us more of the VR. Here's an idea. Do time trials. Let us have time trials with worldwide boards for that. That's a first thing, because that actually will not affect the performance that's there. There's no graphical hit for removing the one player and allowing you to go around a track as many times as you like, trying to get your time as good as possible. there's nothing that's going to affect the performance in doing that. So I don't see why that's not already there, because to me it makes logical sense that it is. Then the addition of actually having 1 versus 1 of online play, that's another place where we can have competition. The whole point on that they obviously want to keep a certain graphical level, yeah. The simple things that I just said, a lot of people would definitely go with time trials. There's a lot of people that play a lot of game in terms of time trials because it gives the competition. You can compete against your own times. You know, this was how I've done in the past. Can I get that better? Can I make that better? Can I push that little bit further? And that's one of those points there. But we have to kind of like say to people and say, hey, yeah.
True. Imagine how fun it would be. They have to do this.
The MAATTV says,
is the quality in VR better on Pro?
The clarity is better on the Pro.
Loud Cobra
on the
says,
overall side of it,
I have a 4K HDR TV and need to plug the box in and out. Very annoying HDR isn't supported by that stupid VR box.
Yeah. You can get a Switch, actually, Cobra, as well, that could be helpful. But, yeah. The new version of the PSVR, of course, doesn't need the switch around for the HDR. It's rather a lot of an oversight they didn't build the HDR into our initial normal PlayStation's VRs. But the newest version of the PlayStation VR, that doesn't need an additional pass-through, so that's kind of cool. We're going to see how many things I can get through, but I know that at some point someone's going to say to me, food is here, and we all need food to live. So when that happens, I will have to go eat some food, but we'll see how we do there. So what we got here? Raise your position before the finish line. Standard type of thing to do. Okay. Oh, this is a rally track. I don't like the rally driving in this GT. I've never been one for the rally driving in Gran Turismo. It doesn't work as well for me.
The MAATTV says,
there is a different PSPR.
Yes, there is. There is a brand new model that's just coming out. It's releasing in Japan first.
Chasing _ Kurt says,
it's just a revision.
Racing games your favourite genre of video game?
I'm not a person for picking favourites. In VR, they match. They're so good. I mean, if you see some of my Dirt Rally VR videos that are on my YouTube channel, there's links to my YouTube channel down below there somewhere as well. I play a lot of Dirt Rally. I've played a lot of Dirt Rally in the past, and I love it in VR. It's just mind-blowingly good. But yeah, I wouldn't call favourite on anything, because I also like spacey games. I like a complete mix of games. In general, I just like gaming, but driving is something I like in real life, and I like the gaming aspect. So yeah, I'll take the silver. We're just going to try and progress as fast as I can through many of these things. So I almost got to that first place in that as well, but coming from Dirt Rally to Gran Turismo, the rally aspect is never as good in Gran Turismo. So Suzuka East, we've just got to try and finish again, this is a race type, and Honda Sports Vision Gran Turismo. I haven't driven this car before, and I'm not a big fan of Suzuka sometimes. Suzuka is a very technical track.
Says, strange my times aren't in there.
Loud Cobra
Says, weird.
It is very odd, because, yeah, you are on my friend list. Thank you for the host, dude. If you just joined the channel as well, it's... Ooh, I'm messing up. I do that a lot. I mess up a lot. Right, let's just get used to the track. I'm giving away positions like nobody's business. I'm gonna end up with somebody saying, there's food very shortly. I don't know exactly when, but they will at some point. And I will then break for there. I shall be back after food has been eaten to try and progress this to the point where I can get myself to Nürburgring, because I want to drive that in VR. That's the aim, that's the goal. I want to experience that in VR, because that to me should be amazing. But of course, if there were time trials for Nürburgring, I mean, I can imagine people just wasting hour after hour after hour of time trials for Nürburgring, especially if you had like set cars. If you had some identical car races on there and time trials, and then you have overall things, there's so much that you can do on just time trial basis in terms of challenging stuff. Right. I really need to get better at this track. Over to the right and come off a bit. This is what I mean about the technical aspect of this track. It makes it kind of hard to pass when you're all in the same cars. Let's retry. Now I've got a little bit of a hang on the car there. This car really does want to kick out a bit. Have to watch the oversteer on this one. I think this is going to be quite an exciting car to drive in VR, actually.
Loud Cobra says,
Got a car I can't drive in cockpit view. Will it work in VR, you think?
Really? I don't think if you can't drive it in cockpit view in normal, then I doubt you'll be able to drive it in VR. I don't know what car is that though? Oh, the over. I'm curious about that because I haven't come across a car yet that I couldn't drive in VR, and I do still think the go-kart is one of the most fun things to drive in VR. It is so much fun on like the shorter little tracks.
Loud Cobra says,
An N100 or N300 Toyota. Never heard of the car.
Okay. It's not a Vision one, is it? Because you know sometimes they have these different
Loud
bits
Cobra
that are concepts.
says,
No.
Okay. Okay. Fourth. So that'd be interesting to find out. That will be interesting to find out.
Loud Cobra says,
What's a gift car?
Okay. Yeah, the ones that you can't see them in the showroom stuff when it's a gift car sometimes. I know there's like pace cars you can't see, isn't there?
Loud Cobra says,
Show me your garage.
That's a personal thing, isn't it? Show me your garage.
Loud Cobra says,
You might have it.
Let's have a look. Where's my garage? So here's my garage. Sort by manufacturer. That'd be easy enough. These are the Toyotas that I've got. So just got the. I don't know why they call it an 86 GT because I always have it thinged into my brain that it's the GT86. Because when you see the badge on that car, on the side it actually has a little bit that says GT86. So I don't know why they call it the 86 GT when the badge actually has GT86 as the logo. Just a question. So no, I probably don't have it. I have this FT1. Pretty sweet. So no, don't have that one, but I do have. So we've got Subaru, Renault, a couple of Porsches, a few Peugeots.
Racing__Kurt says, Oh, when the bot says it, it sounds so abrupt. Loud Cobra says,
No, not there.
Yeah. But there we go. Right, campaign. I know any second now, I'm expecting any second now to get a call and say, hey, there's food. At which point I shall have to leave you all and eat, and then come back afterwards. Like the wind. So, we need to
Chasing
go
underscore
in
underscore
points.
Kurt says, just thinking, if you could program this voice bot to only kick in when there is a pause in the mic audio, it would prevent it from interrupting you. Would that even be possible, lol?
Yeah, you'd need, it would be possible to create a program that does that, but this is just a browser-based one. I just use a browser-based one. Not a big issue for me. I get used to it. Plus, it means sometimes I don't have to squint across over there, so I can sort of like go like this. Whenever you see me doing this, I'm looking past the camera and there's another screen back there.
I'm also about to eat. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Itadakimasu. Enjoy your food. Right. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, that car. Oh. We've got a big fast car, and we're doing a reverse. This is the reverse way around this track. He came through there very fast. Is he going to beat me out? Can I beat him out? No! You see that last corner? You see that last corner? I was robbed. They weren't anywhere near on that radar. I was like, what? Oh well. I'll come back and get that another time.
Loud Cobra says, not fair.
Yeah. They were in the draft, obviously, so I could have maybe played a better thing and saved it for the end and just been drafting them and then done the same to them. But they just used that draft really, you know. I maybe broke a little bit too much there or too early as well, but they really did just zoom past very quickly. I'm just listening out for call that food is ready. So, apart from Nürburgring, reach target speed before the finish line. These can be tough. These can definitely be tough. There you go, Loud Cobra. You're on this one. You are appearing on the menu here. You got to 187 miles per hour. 187 miles per hour, dude. Nice. And I've messed it up. So that's that part of the road that we was doing before. Need to be better than that. No! Right, I can do better than that. Let's do this. I'm concentrating on food now. I've got the image of food in my brain. That's my excuse. Ooh, I tried to keep that draft a little bit too long there. I put my foot right on the accelerator too much and out I went. Totally my fault. Oh, what am I doing? I'm bumping it. Brain work. Gatty down there. I need to get out of its way. I keep on touching. I'm trying to get be too much close to it. That Bugatti just steamed past. That was crazy.
Loud Cobra says, "This car is very nervous and this tag section can be annoying."
Yeah. I'm trying to go too fast through there. I'm just trying to go too fast through there. I didn't take that corner well. There's the Bugatti. Catch a bit of his air. I shifted too early. Retry. I know what I should have done doing there, but I just totally messed it up. Whoa! If that was in VR, that would have been awesome. That would have been amazing. It would have just been like, whoa! You know, that would have been scary as all hell. Right, I can do this. I know I can do this.
_ Kurt says, I'm guessing you can't do this one in VR.
No, I wish you could do some of this drive school stuff in VR. You know, challenges in VR would be brilliant. There we go. Got the same issue there, K-Bro. There we go. Matched you. It would be really cool if some of the drive school stuff you could be done in VR. I think that would be really, really amazing as well. Because that'd be great. But even if you don't earn points with it, because their point is that, okay, the VR just doesn't contribute to anything, I think you may get miles.
Loud Cobra says, nice one, great job. Chasing _ Kurt says,
187 GG.
Yeah. That's the same as Loud Cobra and my other friend there. So we both got the same on that. But it's very skittish into that first corner. That first corner is horrible. That first corner is horrible. The second one you can manage and is if you get that angle nicely. But yeah, so there you go. We've both got the same on that. So 187
says, okay, my food is ready. Bon appetit. Catch you later.
Itadakimasu. Take it easy. Have a good one. And I'll see you after food.
Loud Cobra says, bye all in the chat.
Thanks for joining again. I'll see you after food. Right. Well, I might be eating when you're eating, and you get there. But thanks for joining anyway. Let's move on. I'm still listening out for my food. It's in the back of my mind. In the forefront of the rumblings of my stomach. I think I'm going to take a break now, actually, as well.
Says, great stream BTW by no.
There's the door. That'll be me. So, if you haven't left a like, please leave a like if you feel so inclined. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a subscription button that'll be that way. If you're watching the replay, that is. For you who are live, it's not. But there'll be another video up there as well, so you can click on one of those, and there'll be one over there. And I'm going to be back to this again later, after food.